Hello and welcome to this Christmas tree origami tutorial. Let's get started. We're going to start by making the Christmas tree trunk first. So with your origami paper flat on the surface, we're going to rotate it so it's in a diamond shape, and then we're going to fold the paper in half, so folding the right point over to the left point. Undo that fold, now fold the bottom point up to the top point. Now flip your paper over and we're going to fold the top edge down to the bottom edge. Undo that fold, now fold the right edge over to the left edge. Now flip your paper over. This next bit can be a little bit difficult. Now you're going to lift your paper up and pinch the corners together to create a triangular shape. Now bring the right corner of the top layer into the middle, and you can pull down slightly on the point or open it up from the middle, and we're going to fold that flat to create a rhombus shape. So if you pull down on the center point, you can then push from the top and flatten it out, and really fold down on those sides to make it flat. Now fold that shape in half. Now we're going to do the same with the left side. So bring that into the middle and pull down slightly on the middle point, and you can open that fold up from the middle and push down from the top to fold it flat. And fold that shape in half. With all these folds, make sure that you fold them properly and crease them quite hard. Now turn your paper over and perform the same on the next side. So with the right side, pull that into the middle, open it up and push down on the paper to fold it flat. and then fold that in half. And now we're going to do the same for the very last point. Okay, now once all of your corners have been folded, you should have a shape like this. And we're going to fold all of these little triangles, we're going to fold them upwards into the main body. So just flicking through the paper, looking for these triangular edges to fold up. And this is how it should look from the underneath. So now we're going to fold these triangular points inside. Now reinforce your folds to form the base of the trunk. And this is how it should look if you fold it into a cross shape. And now you have formed the base of the tree. Okay, and next we're going to start making the main part of the Christmas tree. With your paper flat on the table in a square shape, we're going to rotate it 45 degrees and bring the bottom point up to the top point. Undo that fold, and now fold the right point over to the left point. Undo that fold and flip your paper over. Now fold the right edge over to the left edge. Now fold the top edge down to the bottom edge. Undo that fold. Now this fold is similar to one that we did for the base of the Christmas tree. We're going to fold all the corners in together to create a triangular shape. Reinforce those folds, make sure that they're creased properly. Now fold the bottom corner up to the top point. Do the same for the left side. Now turn your paper over and do the same on the opposite side. Bring the right edge up to the top point. And do the same for the left side. Okay, now fold the top right edge in line with the middle edge. Do the same for the left side, bring the top left edge into the middle. Open the previous two folds up. Now turn your paper over. Now we're going to bring the bottom right edge into the middle. Do the same for the left side, fold the bottom left edge into the middle line. And open those folds up. Okay, now open the folds of the top layer up. And then do the same on the reverse side, open those folds up as well. Now these next moves are similar to what we did on the base of the Christmas tree. Bring the right point into the middle and open that fold up and pull down from the middle point and fold it flat. This next bit can be quite tricky. We're going to open the fold up by bringing the bottom point up to the top point. In doing so, we're going to fold in the sides. Now bring the top point back down and fold it in half. We're going to repeat that process for all of these corners. So bring the left point into the middle and open it up. And now push down on top of it to fold it flat. Repeating this process again that we did on the last fold, bring the bottom point and pull that up to the top point, opening the paper up, and then fold in the sides. Okay, now turn your paper over and repeat those steps for the next two corners. Okay, now we're going to fold the little triangles upwards. So flicking through the folds, looking for little triangles to fold upwards. Okay, using your finger from the inside, we're going to push these diamond-shaped panels out. Just looking for the next one. And this is how it should look once you've popped out all 4 panels. This next bit can be a bit tricky. We're going to push the top point inwards. So we're going to push the center point down to turn the paper in on itself. And you can pinch from the bottom to reinforce these edges. And you should have something similar to this once you've inverted that top point. Okay, now to form the spines of the tree. So push down in the middle of each of the panels and hold that from the bottom. At the top point, you're going to push that from underneath to invert it. Repeat that for all sides. And this is how it should look. Now repeat the process for all of the other green parts of paper that you have, and that will form the main body of the tree. Now it's time to make the star which will go on top of our tree. So finding the biggest square of yellow paper, we're going to pull that out. So with the paper in a square shape on your table, bring the bottom right point up to the top left point. Open that fold up. Now bring the bottom left point up to the top right point. Now open that fold up and fold the top edge down to the bottom edge. Opening that fold up, now fold the right edge over to the left edge. Rotate your paper 45 degrees so you have a point facing at the top and a point facing at the bottom. And fold the bottom point into the middle. And fold that point back on itself to touch the bottom edge. Okay, now fold the left corner down to the bottom point. Okay, now undo all of those folds. Okay, now rotate your paper so that the bottom corner is now the bottom right corner. And fold the top edge down to the bottom edge. And then fold the paper in half again. You want to fold the paper so that you have these crease lines visible. Okay, rotate your paper so that the right point is facing downwards. And open that point up. I'm using my finger to open that up, and we're going to push that flat so it creates a triangle. Turn your paper over and we're going to repeat this process on the bottom right corner for this side. Open that corner up with your finger and then fold it flat so you get a triangle shape. Now fold the right edge into the middle line. Turn your paper over and now do the same for this right edge, fold that into the middle as well. Okay, now pull both corners so that the bottom points cross over each other, like this. And fold those flat. Okay, now fold the right point into the middle and then fold it back on itself. And do the same for the left point, fold that into the middle and then fold it back on itself. And now you have your little star shape. Don't be afraid to change the angle of your points on the star. This is what I'm doing here. Now we're going to create the Christmas presents that are going to go underneath our Christmas tree. First step is to fold on all of the crease lines. Next step, we're going to fold the sides in and create a little cube. And then fold this bottom point upwards, and then we're going to tuck that top edge into the box to hold it in place. Okay, for the last part, to secure the box all together, we're going to bring these top folds up and then fold the side tabs into the box. And last but not least, folding that last flap into the box to create our little Christmas present. Now moving on to the decorations. So remove all of the squares from your pieces of paper. These are very simple, just fold all of the corners underneath until you have a nice round Christmas decoration shape. These don't have to be perfect. Just fold the points underneath and this will create your Christmas decoration. And that is all the steps for creating your Christmas tree. So now all you need to do is put it all together.